Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program with me, Knee-High Hobo, and today, this next part of the mission rather, is going to be a mission to Moho. And so today, and that's where I was going with that bit, we are going to start by, we're just going to try and reinvent the wheel a little bit rather than starting all the way from scratch. But before I do, let's just have a quick look at the hellos for today. That sheet's entirely done with. That's my shopping list. Mayo? Who's called themselves Mayo? Okay. Yeah, okay, so we'll go with hello to Dwayne Watson, to Hunter Mulder, 123. Null Logic, Finn Wright, and the Brit Pig. The Brit Pig, you've been commenting quite a lot, so I'm surprised it's taken me so long to get around to say hello to you. I do apologise about that. Oh, I apologise to all of you. It's taken so long to get around to you. I've just been uber super duper busy. Anyway, that's enough staring at that screen. So we're going to go with the... now, one thing that I did do as well, just before we move on to opening... editing the what's the face. I did change this because I was an idiot and I called it too Jewel for School or something. And something that didn't make any sense whatsoever. So I've been back and I've renamed that, but it is the same ship, not same shit. And it's the same. I can't remember who landed that now, but that one is still there. There it is. No, not abort. We want to go back. That's the one I'm after. So there you go. I've changed that, and so I'm filming this episode before the last episode was released. So if you have posted a comment and you were annoyed by that, I do apologise. An idiot's trick, but I have set it right preemptively anyway. So, let's go. Now, it won't be renamed in here because I didn't change the save file. I just renamed the ship. So it's too Jewel for School. I thought it was too cool for Jewel. Because it's part of this rebuild project here, but it's staged slightly differently. So, okay, well, we'll start with this one, and we'll go from there. Come on, whenever you're ready. Oh, holy tank tops, Batman. Okay, it looks like that wasn't too detrimental. Now, we are going to make a couple of changes here. Firstly, the escape stage here was painfully slow. So let's rename this. We're going to call it... Oh, damn, now I meant to look up the spelling of mojito. Mojito? Is that right? Mojito. Mojito. That's a J. Was it just mojito? Mojo. Oh, that'd be a good name. So Mojo, Mojo, Mark. Actually, I'm always doing marks. Let's just do. We've got the Duna Beast 1000. So this can be the 38X because that's the bus that runs near me. No other significant point other than that. So we need to detach here. So we're going to get rid of this one because this is our first escape. So we were going to have Ickle Rocket. Where's little engine gone? Ah, there it is. Little engine that could. So that's going to be that one. Hopefully that fucks things up a little bit there. So we could always just add uno more tanko o fuelo. Oops. Like that. So that gives us a little bit more. I know it's a bit more weight to push, and we also now have to go retrograde as well. We might be getting out, so I'll keep the ladders on if we get up there. Now, this is the next big problem. Is the overheating of said vessel. So let's just quickly go ahead and save that bit. We need to get rid of these. Now, it's been recommended that I watch Scott Manley, and I did post a comment saying I enjoy Scott Manley's videos, but I find it difficult to learn anything from what he's doing there, because he uses things like mechanical jab, and he doesn't really explain what he's doing. However, he did disprove me when I said these are the worst engines that have ever come about, and he landed on Moho with these because the surface is so hot, nothing else will do. These are the only things which will run efficiently enough and cool enough. Now this is really going to balls things up. These are really going to put a... in fact, actually, I'm just wondering if... No, let's go back to the 4. Let's stay with what we know. These are the only engines which will run cool enough. To allow for this landing. I wonder if this has got something to do with the fact that it's got that tawdry engine on that decoupler. There we go, that's better. Okay. So now we have to have a look at this. So these are all going to burn at the top end here. We've still got the parachutes, despite the fact that Moho atmosphere is so thin. They will be less than useless. But we're going to keep them there because they do look mighty pretty. Let's reduce some of these stages. I don't entirely know. What I would like to see happen is that if you hovered over stuff like this, it would tell you what stuff was. But mind you, that said, I don't want to... Oh no, we do want parachutes coming out there. That's right, okay. Right, so starting at the bottom, let's just go through this. They all fire off, plus that engine. Then that separates and loses the outer tanks, and then the next ones fire. Oh, they're the decouplers, the separatrons. Then these separators go and lose the solid fuel, da-di-da-di-da-di-da, all the way through to this engine firing and taking us wherever else it is that we need to go. Then we decouple these two at the same time, which is this stage here. Then we're on to stage 8, which is this solitary fuel tank. Don't know why. Where's that engine? So they decouple. So this engine... Oh no, yeah, that is right. Sorry, tell you a lie. We do want to get pushed through to these. So I'm going to... Now what we did last time is we actually fired these off a pair at a time. So we'll do that again. And we'll add another stage there, and I assume that these are these decouplers. So that middle one, and then that would fire the other two, and then they would detach, and then that would... But no, we've still got to leave, haven't we? That's way too far up there. So I think that this should in fact be, oops, sorry, down here on stage 10. Yeah. To drink out that section first, and then the atomic engines are to do interplanetary travel. Unfortunately, we can't decouple this for a while, which is a shame. We'd like to lose that mass. In fact, I'm wondering if it's worth doing this the other way around. So that's the atomic engine, and these are little engines. But that would give us so much burn time. It wouldn't even be funny. Because I'd like to get rid of this dry mass, this dead mass. Well, I suppose there's no reason that we actually couldn't get that one and the first of the atomic engines up at the same time. Bit of extra thump. No, because they don't work too well until you escape the Kerbin's system influence. Okay, well, we'll go with that one. So, X38, and then it will be consequently 39, 40, 41. So there's some sort of superstition that's flying around in the Kerbal Space Center of why they called this mission, or what this vessel, we'll save it before I go ahead and break it like that, you see, why they called it, started with the 38. There is a story that goes back to, I think it's either the Apollo 11 or Apollo 13 mission, where every day the astronauts were read stories from the newspaper to keep them up to date with current affairs. And on one occasion, the mission control are reading the day's paper, and they were talking about a story, and I will do my research into this and I'll come back with it properly at some point. A story about a man from a place called Corby. Some of you may be aware of something called the Corby Trouser Press. It's not from Corby. It's from somewhere else entirely. I think it was actually the guy who designed and developed it was called Corby. This isn't working out at all, is it? And after that, it was something to do with something quite sort of insignificant. When you're talking to an astronaut in the 60s and 70s on the right on the brink of space, yeah, it was like a pie eating competition or something like that, and he they made some remarks about it, and as a result, the places on the moon have to be named after British towns with a population underneath a certain amount. Like I say, I'll do my research into it. It's because it is quite fascinating when you look at it. It's quite a funny story, but it's one of these sort of myths and legends that has travelled through NASA and through the space program. Anyway, let's see if we can get into orbit. Now, first of all, we need to get into a retrograde orbit. That is going to be our first challenge, so let's see if we can do it. And we're going to launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And off we go. And immediately, we're going to put a little bit of a tip on this way, just to start trying to beat the spin of the Earth, the planet. Now, the speed that we need to beat is 178 meters per second, I think, off the top of my head, which means that we need to be going that way to the left at 178 meters per second before we achieve anything. Has that ignited another stage? Oh, there we go. And have we got solid? We haven't got the solid stages going, have we? I'm just gonna oh no, sorry, right, I'd lost complete and utter track there of where we were with our old staging. So whee, off you go. There you go. How'd you like that for unmanned rocket, Mr. Manley? They do make pretty patterns though when they go. So we'll just go ahead and get the parachute deployed on this, and just make sure that. Oh, yeah. Just make sure that everything's happy. I think we're okay with that one. So that was a bit of a failure of a launch. I'm going to go ahead and end the episode there anyway, and then next time we're going to hit the launch pad and we're just going to go straight for it. So come back and join me and Jedson for a trip to the stars to go to Moho. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. My name is Knee-High Hobo. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and I will see you down here, but over there, next time. Goodbye.